Hello there. The only reason I'm even legally here to begin with is because Nitsua literally just DM'd me on Twitter and just said, "Hey bro, you want to be a part of this video I'm doing about Shadow the Hedgehog?" And I just said, okay. So now I basically have to just give two brutal, honest opinions about one Sonic game that I feel is underrated and one that's overrated. I know. Great prompt, am I right? I'm going to do both these in less than a minute so I don't keep you all here. And besides, it's so bare bones, and I'm pretty sure Nitsua's editing is probably like 70 hours long, so I'll spare you your much needed time. So anyways, welcome to the, what I like to call the unofficial Seabass really brief opinion time, or CR bot. Sonic CD is probably one of the best Sonic games I've ever played in my life. If you're a fan of the old school 2D Sonic games, you'll absolutely love this game. However, a lot of people just hate this game, and I honestly don't know why. Is it because there's a distinct lack of tails? Is it because there's a Toyota? Is it because the gameplay's bad? Is it because of the lovely image of Satan that greets you if you enter the sound screen correct? To be honest, I don't know, and that truly blows my mind. I don't know why people hate this game at all. Every time I see someone bashing this game, they hardly give any logical explanation as to why they even hate this game in the first place. I think if I did have one complaint about the game is that it can be slightly nauseating sometimes, especially in Stardust Speedway, though at least you get to fight Metal Sonic afterwards. Again, no idea why this game is hated, probably just the Sonic fandom just being, you know, the Sonic fandom. Sonic Adventure 2 is probably one of the most overrated games I've ever played in my entire life.
You what?
Before I get massively cancelled, let me explain why this is game... Let me explain why this game is not a great masterpiece, but not a flaming trash heap at the same time. Let's start with some positives with the game. First off, the Sonic and Shadow levels are by far the best in the game. They're literally what you expect from a 3D Sonic game. Responsive control, fast pace, and it's just a fun time to just bash enemies just left and right. There's not really any bad levels with them either. It's just like maybe one or two, and even again, they're just kind of mediocre. Another positive I had of the game was the soundtrack is a freaking banger. Every time you load up the game, you know it's going to be an absolute fire track, especially from the band Crush 40, and not to mention two of the best songs in the franchise, Live and Learn and City Escape, come from this game. I do have, like, one problem, is that one of the songs is kind of repeated a lot, but then again, it's not a bad song, thankfully. It kind of reminds me of one song from, like, No More Heroes 2, if you ever played that game. Did I mention the Chow Garden yet? Aww. Now you're probably thinking, why is this one of your least favorite Sonic games? You've given it nothing but praise this entire time. And yes, I have. And then you get to the other half of the game. First complaint I have is the voice dubbing. In this, it honestly sounds like they just didn't care how they even did their lines, especially since they didn't animate an English dub, so it just sounds like everyone's lines are just overlapping, especially in this scene.
Alright, we should be landing soon.
The hatch doors are open.
Don't sweat it, Knuckles. The only thing in the cargo bay are those
What do you
master
mean,
emeralds.
don't sweat it?
Right?
Land the shuttle and let me out.
But all true warriors strive for.
Oh no! Don't touch that lever!
And then we have the Tails Robotnik levels, which are not bad, but there's this targeting noise that plays throughout the entire level, and it's so bad and loud. It's kind of like having a smoke detector constantly going off while you're trying to have fun playing TF2. It's impossible. Finally, we have the absolute worst parts of the game, the treasure hunting. These stages are nothing but randomly generated fetch quests, which can last from 30 seconds to 15 minutes sometimes. And again, it's like you're going down the road and hitting every single green light, but your grandma in her 1987 Buick LeSabre is going 20 miles an hour under the speed limit. And I will say this, at least there's nothing scary about Sonic Adventure 2. Until Sonic X happened. Anyway, in conclusion...
Bam! Sorry, time's up.